trash that sticks for corporations. Let's talk about our good friend, Candance Owens. Now, now. You might be saying, Crimson, why the fuck are you talking about Candance Owens? This stinky pussy bitch, as Dave Chappelle calls it. His words, not mine. He says, it looks like her pussy stink. I don't know. I just don't fucking know. But, yeah. I've always wanted to do a video about her specifically, but I couldn't stomach the Candance Owens video that she did about George Floyd because it was literally spitting on a motherfucker's grave. Yes, Vegeta, if I gotta go through the pain, you have to go through the pain, motherfucker. Yes. And the fun part about it is, this is her beef with motherfucking Cardi B. Mind? Sanity? When did I ever say I had such useless things, Vegeta? Yes, I have lost all of my mind. Long time ago. And we're about to have some fucking fun with this one. So, let's go. Let's talk about our good friend, Candance fucking Owens. Miss Red Pill Black. You know, before the Trump won the election, she was like a leftist, and now she's yeah. So I do this in honor of Cardi B. Even I don't like the song WAP because, quite frankly, if Ben Shapiro can read your lyrics and come up with a beat, it's not a good song. It's not lyrically good. Now, for what it stands for, hey, I don't give a fuck. But then again, too, I was a person that was actually in the 90s talking about We Don't Need It was a good fucking song. So who am I to fucking judge? And if you don't know We Don't Need It, look up Lil' Kim's discography and listen to the song We Don't Need It. Anyway. I probably don't know what fun means. So, let's go.
Oh, what is up, Instagram?
Okay. I forgot to do this, and we're gonna actually do it, and I misfired. My fault. Okay, that was set, and let's put this there. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Oh, what is up, Instagram? I'm going live on Instagram. This is the second time I've ever gone live on Instagram, but I just felt like I really wanted to clear the air on this Cardi B nonsense.
Oh, great. The second time you going live on Instagram. You beat me by 2 records. I haven't went live on Instagrams. And you know what? Does it really fucking matter? Does it really matter? I don't give a fuck. Let's... You're right. Yeah. Let's go.
So first and foremost, Cardi, I watched your story and it sounds very funny. First off, I'm saying it's funny because it's just ridiculous to me that you even take anything that I said as offensive when I'm telling you the truth.
You know what? That's the thing about these fucking right wingers. Like, I know I say offensive shit all the time. I will fucking admit that shit. I will admit that I say offensive shit to people, and some of it I do is like purposefully. I'm not gonna lie. Some of it I do just because like I really want to have a discussion. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it like, oh, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. No, bitch, you meant to be offensive. You called her illiterate, yet and still, she has a #1 song in the country.
And I think if anything, you're only upset because people are telling you on Twitter that you got dragged, because you did get dragged, because you are uneducated when it comes to politics. That's first things first.
Now, this is fucking Candance Owens. The motherfucker who said that Hitler didn't do anything wrong. He just wanted to make the shit gullible. What the fuck? The fuck? How? This let's just make it how. Let's just go over the whole how Candance Owens became big. Not only did she have a left-wing channel before she saw the money in right-wing grifting, but she literally won a fucking lawsuit for racism. Literally, it was a thing. She won it. So she's a right-wing fucking grifter. But let's go. And I want to add a little extra on this, so I'm going to throw this into a little bit of higher speed.
I was not, I'm sure Ben Shapiro was not, we were not meaning to attack you. We're just simply telling the truth, which is the fact that Joe Biden did not spend the whole year in his basement to come up because he's a big Cardi B fan and sit down with you. He thinks you're an idiot.
Okay. So, first of all, I saw the Cardi B interview. Fuck, I saw the Bernie Sanders interview. And say what you want about people with broken English and from New York and all that other good shit, how they speak. And yes, Cardi B did do some stupid shit that could land her ass in jail for a minute. But politically illiterate? No, motherfucker. It's disagreeing to what you fucking said, which we have evidence to show that free college education, free health care, a change to the criminal justice system fucking helps lift up the poor. That's not illiterate. It's just different from what you fucking want. But let's continue.
And, you know, I just am encouraging you to stop proving him right when you say ridiculous things like, I had to sit down with Joe Biden because my sister got attacked by a Trump supporter, Santa Claus, making it seem like Trump supporters are homophobic. A little education for you, Cardi B. Donald J. Trump is the first president that's ever gone into office in support of gay marriage.
So, you know, and I should have had this queued up, and I'm sorry about that. So, Cardi B, sister, attacked let's see if we can pull up the video, guys. Yeah, I can't find it. But literally, her sister was attacked specifically in the Hamptons because she wasn't white enough. And she was literally, like, they got in her face and she started letting them have it, as Cardi B would. All because they were fucking black. So, yeah, it's a fucking issue. Let's see if I can pull up Cardi B Twitter. And God, I don't even think she's a good fucking rapper. She's a performer, but she's not a good fucking rapper. And this is going to be important. This is going to be important because why didn't I just bring up fucking Twitter? Fuck it. I can't look at it right now. But yeah. Okay, you guys see this, right? You guys see this shit, right? Now, Cardi B literally told Candance Owens, your baby singer, WAP, this some dry ass pussy. And that's important in a second. Oh no, okay. I'm being childish, but let's go.
So, those 8 years that your presidential candidate Joe Biden spent as a vice president with Obama, they didn't support gay marriage going into office.
So the point that she made was Obama and Joe Biden didn't start off with fucking gay marriage. They were opportunists. They took as a politician. They changed their tone afterwards. Now, mind you, Joe Biden is a Roman fucking Catholic, and yes, if you want to say it took him like 4 years into his position as vice president to change his mind on some shit that he was fucking raised on, okay, I give him that shit. But to give credit to fucking Trump, why the fuck are you giving credit to Trump where he has been supremely anti-LGBTQA, just anything that isn't straight white male? He's been against anything that isn't straight white male. The trans ban in the military, the Trump's administration's lawsuit to criminalize, or what is it, to remove the protection from or what is it, to remove the protection, or to protect doctors who want to refuse treatment for LGBTQ individuals. Literally. But Trump is for, LGBTQ rights. Bullshit. But let's continue.
Obama changed his tune on gay marriage in his second term. So the whole idea of Trump being a homophobe is a bit pointedly ridiculous and shows how uneducated you are.
He literally made a fucking tweet talking about how, like, not even an executive order at first, how he was gonna ban trans people out of the military. Literally, that was his thing. But let's continue. I'm rambling.
You came and you were talking about raising your taxes when you were on talking to Joe Biden, saying that you want your taxes lowered, but at the same time you want universal health care. That's ignorant and stupid, and Joe Biden knows it's ignorant and stupid. Even all the people that want free health care and universal health care acknowledge that tax rates have to be astronomical.
First of all, it's not ignorant and stupid if you cut the fucking military budget. See, that's the shit that they don't want to talk about. They want to keep the same fucking military budget. Same motherfucking military budget. But they want to say that, oh no, if we give health care to people, then that's going to raise taxes. Cut the military budget. And look. Nationalize the fucking companies that currently are our military contractors. Nationalize their ass. Bring them under the fucking control of the federal government, where Raytheon and, the government contract part of Boeing and Lockheed Martin can't make profits off that shit. That'll bring that shit down real quick. But let's continue.
To be able to support that. So you're talking about a 74% tax rate. You continually keep saying you have a number one song. It means shit. Nobody cares about a song about your wet ass pussy.
And yet, motherfucker, you mad? You know what? One of the biggest thing that Cardi B kept going back with the little Twitter beef that they had. All this shit that Candance Owens is talking, right? But Candance Owens didn't get invited to the Republican National Convention. She didn't get a chance to speak. She ain't mad about that, even though Cardi B has the number one song in the country. But let's continue.
Excuse my language for my followers. Being number one, I have a number one song in the UK, I have a number one song in Australia, I have a number one song in New Zealand. That has nothing to do with Black America and whether or not you are helping or hurting, right?
Now, mind you, Candance Owens can get number one only in fucking selling out and being something that will probably get this stream stopped on either Facebook or Twitch. But that's the only thing Candance Owens is number one in. And, probably, knobbing down Kanye West. But that's the thing. But, Brandon Tatum, Officer Tatum, is showing up simping for her. because he mad because Dave Chappelle says she probably has stanky pussy. But let's continue.
Right now, you are hurting Black America. Okay? When you stand on a platform and you pretend to care about Black men, when you ask Joe Biden, what are we going to do about these Black men dying? He should have asked you back, what are Black men going to do about Black men dying? Because 94% of Black men are killed by other Black men. Okay? We don't have an issue with police officers. In fact, if you go into those inner cities and you go into those projects, they need more policing.
All right, so this is where it takes a little bit more seriously. So here's my biggest thing with motherfuckers like her and the credence that she gives to fucking white supremacists and shit. You kill people who you're fucking live around. That's what happens. It's not some big special thing of, well, Black men are just going out and genociding themselves. No, bitch. And I'm going to tell you this. And I'm being derogatory because, like, you know, if she was a guy, he'd be a motherfucker. You know, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to tell you this. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? Now, I give it to you. Later on, you do mention how Joe Biden was the architect of the 94 crime bill. Fuck, I will give that bullshit to you. But we've been trying this more policing for the last motherfucking 15 years, judging by that fucking standard. And yet and still, the shit ain't work. It's been getting worse. Wanna know why? Because fucking poverty and income inequality is getting fucking worse. But you want to sit back and fucking play to this racist ass base. You're not even trying to convince Black people to be Republicans. You convincing racist ass white people that they're okay for believing that Black folks are just doing to themselves. No systematic racism. No. Oh well. It's nothing wrong. It's you can live your comfortable lives with just believing that everything you do is all you're doing and nobody else is beneath you or under you. That is literally the shit that Candance Owens and people like her, these Black conservatives, are fucking selling. I've said it before, and I've said it in videos before. White privilege is not that white people can't be poor. It's not that. Yes, there are fucking poor white people. They put a motherfucker like Trump into office because they wanted to have the protection of knowing that someday, somehow, they're gonna fucking make it. The bad part is that's not what fucking white privilege is. And I'd be damned if you sell this racist ass bullshit. You know what white privilege is? White privilege is the fact that people don't necessarily think that because you died, it was somehow your fault. White privilege is the fact that you don't have to deal with, well, he looks suspicious, and you get murdered for walking to a fucking car, or attempted murder for walking to a fucking car. That's what white privilege is. But we're going to let this bitch keep going.
So you're a fraud. You're sitting here making it seem like you're afraid of police officers. Are you afraid of your husband? You're more likely to be killed by your husband, way more likely to be killed by your husband than you are by a police officer. And you know that, right? You know that Black men kill more white men. You know that police officers are killed by Black men.
Now, here's this bullshit. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. She's not ignorant of these fucking facts. She knows what the facts are. She knows it is highly more probable to get killed by the people that you're around versus literally strangers that you don't live around. And this is that bullshit that I'm talking about. This is that knowing ignorance to the fact. And Candance Owens is not stupid. Craven, a bit of a narcissist, greedy, but not stupid. She is not stupid. She knows what the fuck she's doing. By listing that fact alone. But let's continue.
18.5 times more, right? So don't use your platform and 75 million people to make it seem like police officers are the issue.
If she's so fucking irrelevant, 75 million people wouldn't mean shit. She wouldn't have 75 million people if she's so fucking irrelevant. That's the problem, Candance. Your ass is so fucking jealous that Cardi B as illiterate as you think she is, and as ghetto and all that other good shit that you think she is, she has 75 fucking million people listening to her. That's why Joe Biden went on a motherfucking interview with her. And the fucking interview questions that he had for her was so interview questions that she had for him was so fucking good. She actually made a point about, seriously, it was so embarrassing, the questions that she led for his ass, that they had to cut him out of the fucking interview. They're in the transcripts, but they're not in the interview because it's not a part of Joe Biden's platform. Wait, she's ignorant. Motherfucker, at 21 years old, I knew more politics than you did, Candace, what you pretend not to know. But let's continue.
Uneducated. I mean, that is just what it is. You are uneducated. And I don't have a problem, by the way, with musicians and rappers and hip-hop artists dabbling in politics if they're sincere. What I mean by that is, are you talking to people on both sides?
So, you know why she said that bullshit? She said that bullshit because her bestest buddy, Kanye West, actually was dipping into politics. That's the reason why she said that bullshit. Not for any particular thing. And you see how she said, well, you have to give both sides. You have to give both sides your fucking attention. You have to be balanced. No, the fuck I don't. I don't have to be balanced when I'm fucking right. I want you to understand that, Candace. I don't have to be balanced when I'm fucking right. This whole thing about neutrality is bullshit. It's bullshit, Candace. You know why it's bullshit? Because it gives credence to your motherfucking lies. Motherfuckers like you who willfully lie about shit. But no, I gotta get fair time. How about this? We put equal representation about some shit. Why don't we put equal representation about the amount of social scientists that say black people are fucked up because of systematic racism? Oh, climate change. We have 97 scientists to fucking 3. And you be the judge. We let the motherfuckers that are in fucking the CDC talk about, viral epidemiology. And talk about versus some crank on the fucking internet. Let's have those studies come up. But you're not going to do that. You want equal sides because you want to sow fucking confusion about, well, one side says this, one side that says that. Fuck out of here.
Are you trying to actually get an informed understanding, or are you just being a mouthpiece for one party? Charlamagne the God has multiple people on his platform. He's talked to Republicans. He's friends with Senator Tim Scott. Talks to him. He's a Trump supporter. He's had presidential candidates on.
Now, notice she threw in Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne the God is not a motherfucking leftist. See, this is the thing about motherfuckers like this. It's, he's black, so he must give a balance because he agrees with us, but he's black, so it must be balanced because, like, when I say this is some bullshit, because Charlamagne the God is, in some cases, conservative as shit. Yeah, he may be on a hip-hop motherfucking channel and does hip-hop, but that don't mean shit. A lot of his fucking views are conservative, and he's a fucking narcissist himself. But let's continue.
His show on The Breakfast Club, but he asks serious questions. He doesn't sit down with Joe Biden and say, in fact, Joe Biden wasn't comfortable.
Wait, the fuck? She's mad because Cardi B made a fucking sound in her own style. You know what, Candace? I really fucking think you have an issue because people can be genuine and not pander to our audience and be themselves and still be, successful. But let's continue.
When Charlamagne the God was sitting down and speaking to him, because Charlamagne the God was asking so many difficult questions. He wasn't just giving him a Santa Claus list like you are. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, and none of it makes sense. If you're serious about politics, you're serious.
Wait, what? What is this? Like, this is what if a conservative is watching this later, watching this live, please help me with the whole thing of why is it that free college for everyone is such a Santa Claus list? We do it for K through 12. If our economy depends on more people having college degrees, why not fucking do it for college as well? If the market has decided that we need our people to be more educated, why is it such a fucking issue? Is it an issue because you think more brown people are gonna get, are gonna get more educated? Is that what it is? Like, I'm at a loss. I don't understand that shit. Like, if our market has decided through not just what we see here in the U.S., but in other countries of similar makeups that, maybe a single payer healthcare system is best for us, why is it a fucking issue? It's a fucking issue because it helps, one, keep people in poverty, so it helps keep the private prisons system in the black, and housing black people, to be exact. It also helps with making sure that only a select few can claim the riches while everybody else have their wealth siphoned off of them. But let's continue.
It's about trying to use your platform for good, then you need to educate yourself. That's literally all anybody is saying to you, is that you need to actually educate yourself and do the work. By the way, I'm not in your zone, you're in mine. Okay, so I get tired of your commenters and your fans saying, oh, she's clout chasing. I'd be clout chasing if I was challenging you to a rap battle. I'm not doing that. You're in my area.
Yet and still, this whole election cycle, everybody has been talking about Kyrie B's and how she has had conversations with political figures to try to make sure that they address her concerns and question. She speaks for people who can't get an interview with Joe Biden. And yet and still, these are questions that we've actually addressed. Now, yeah, Candace. First, just my and I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but my assessment is you may actually win in a rap battle with Cardi B. She's a performer, rapper. She's not Lady of Rage. She's not the Queen Latifah. She's not MC Light. No, I'm not gonna give you that. And hell, she's not even Little Kim, because Little Kim used to be able to fucking spit. She's not Remy Ma. But dude, come on. She has more political information than what you have, or what you're allowed to say. All that whole thing about Hitler did nothing wrong. He just wanted to move it to everybody else in the world. The fuck out of here. That kills your whole political career forever. Ever. Forever.
You're in politics. You're embarrassed because you realize you know nothing about anything when you're on Twitter. You actually told a lie just now to all of your followers. You said, oh, Trump, you said Trump told people to drink bleach. He never did that. Then you said Trump laughs when black men get shot by police officers.
The motherfucker did tell people, why don't you drink some bleach and clean out the insides? The motherfucker did say that. Okay. Did he say those exact words? Did he say that exact words? If he didn't, why are people drinking bleach on his fucking recommendation? Why? You stupid motherfucker, you. Oh my God. And yes, Trump laughs about the shit. He literally took out a full page spread to try to get some African American kids killed because, well, if they didn't rape the woman, they must have did something, though, so they should have been in jail. That was your motherfucking man. Again, who didn't invite you to speak at the RNC. But let's continue.
How do you just put out a lie like that? How do you consider yourself to be a serious person when you just outwardly lied to all of your followers? You know.
Just like you consider yourself to be a serious person, how you put out the fact that George Floyd was a criminal and he deserved to die. He was no angel. I'm sorry, bitch. And I know I'm being derogatory. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to work that out of my fucking lexicon. And it's not because she's a woman. It's just a derogatory word. I know. If this look, I would call her, like, my swear words for people is like gender to motherfucker, man, bitch, woman. Fuck that. So maybe you guys may be a little bit more comfortable with me calling her fucking motherfucker. But yeah. But let's continue.
He's never laughed at a black man dying at police officers' hands. You know that for a fact. You can't pull a clip. Not even CNN, with all of their bullshit and lies, has ever claimed that Donald Trump laughs when black men die at police officers. But you told that lie in a tweet. Why did you tell that lie? Because you're a fraud. So I'm calling.
Hello, Miss Pot. It's the kettle calling. It says you claim to be black, but you're not. But let's continue.
You out and being a political fraud. You pretend you want to help. You don't. You don't. You don't know why you're a Democrat. You have no idea why you hate Republicans. You have no idea why you're on the side of the party.
I think she has a good idea of why she's not a Republican. And quite frankly, she probably may be a little bit further left than the Democrats. But let's continue.
That enslaved black people, that segregated black people, and standing behind a man that supported segregation. Joe Biden supported segregation.
Now, yeah, cool. You want to talk about what Trump did in the fucking 70s? Would he have actual legal precedence for? We can talk about that. But let's talk about how stupid fucking Candance Owens is. I'm sorry. This motherfucker's stupid. Because motherfuckers like this always forgets to mention the fucking party switch that happened because of the passage of the Civil Rights Bill. You know, the Civil Rights Bill that they say ended, racism because reasons. You know, that one that they conveniently forget to mention, and how, the parties flipped in the 60s over the fact that, racist motherfuckers wanted to, I don't know, keep black people oppressed. They don't want to mention that shit. They don't want to mention that the Democrats that kept people enslaved were Dixiecrats. And they then became Republicans because, that stalwart of Democratic ideals, Strom Thurmond, who ended up being a fucking Republican. He was a Democrat at one time. But because they try to give black people equal rights, well, fuck that. I'm switching party affiliations. And he did the shit. He did the shit. But let's continue.
He said it's what black people wanted. So let's just recap all of that. You're concerned about homophobia for the 8 years that Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah. So, and I'm not excusing Joe Biden's record at all. God, it was fucking stupid. The shit that he was doing. And he was being a politician. Let's be honest. He was being a fucking politician. Joe Biden is the epitome of a fucking empty suit. He's so fucking of an empty suit that he can't come up with his own speeches because he has been plagued with plagiarism multiple times. But you know what Trump got in trouble for in the 70s? Him and his daddy? They literally had stings of him not renting his apartments to black people. Literally, this is court document shit. He was a confirmed racist because he had prejudicial leasing practices as a fucking landlord. God, this just turned into just my bitch fest about Republicans, and I would say I feel bad about it. I don't really feel bad about it. But let's continue.
Biden was in office, him and Obama didn't support gay marriage until the second term, but not when he was running for the second term. They didn't support gay marriage going into that office. You claim that you're concerned about racism and dying black men, yet you want to defund police officers. That makes entirely no sense.
Makes perfect sense. And I'll tell you why. And I had this conversation with Dr. Shady Shay, not yesterday. What was that, Sunday or Monday? It was one of those days, and I put the video out yesterday, I think. And we were talking about this, how defunding the police doesn't mean getting rid of the fucking police, Candace. It means more money into social services. It means less money being hoarded by your rich billionaire sponsors who... I almost said something really bad. I don't know how to say this without sounding just like super derogatory. Fuck it. Because I call it for men too. Without your sugar daddies motherfucking paying you to fucking try to sell out not just black people, but poor people as well. And see, that's the thing, Candace. Y'all sit back and say, well, they just want to defund the police. We want to actually give the police an easier job to do. So they won't have to worry about domestic violence calls and shit like that. Only respond when people are in immediate danger. And not try to play mental health agent, not try to play homeless rescue person. No. They're going to be doing things just protecting and serving. But let's continue.
You cannot defund the people that are actually protecting black people. Black people need more policing in their neighborhoods, not less of it. And by the way,
please tell me, we literally have... You just mentioned the crime bill. That put more policing in neighborhoods. You know what's would actually help with, the lower crime rate? Some economic growth that we were having up into 2008. And then Republicans. But let's continue.
In those neighborhoods, there are black police officers that are dying because it tends to be that police officers look like the neighborhoods that they're policing. So you are actually standing on a platform for more.
No, the fuck they don't. She did not just say that, did she? No, that's the thing of what people are asking for. Literally, people are asking for more police officers to be from the neighborhoods that they serve. How the fuck? You just complained about Candance. You just complained about Cardi B putting forth lies and shit. But Candace, what the fuck are you just doing yourself? Let's continue.
More black men to die. For taxes to be raised, right? For a man that has a very atrocious race record to be put into office, who looked at you the entire time like he was confused when you were talking because he knew that you were nothing but a puppet for him to be able to get a platform. That's it. You're a puppet. They use you. Okay? And you want to sit here and talk about Trump using me, or what do you talk about using me for what? I don't work for the RNC.
There goes, she's mentioning that RNC shit. There she go, mentioning that RNC shit. Let's continue.
I don't get paid by the Trump campaign. I say what I believe. You don't know what to do when you're looking at a black woman that's free. That's what your problem is. I am telling you who I support, and I'm educated. And I'm challenging you to become educated. I'm challenging you to sit down with black conservatives, okay, and have a meaningful conversation and a dialogue about what you actually want, and to actually try to understand the economics behind what you want, and to try to understand why it is you're actually supporting a man.
Look at here, motherfucker. And I'm gonna say this. I understand the economics. What you want people to understand the economics of is, well, rich people deserve money. How many motherfucking times do people have to tell you being poor is not a lack of character? It's a fucking lack of money. That's all it is. And when motherfuckers like you, like the people that you help fucking promote, actually push this whole thing of, well, black people are just poor because they just have bad character. No, motherfucker. No, motherfucker. That's not how that happens. That's definitely not how that happens. The economics. We actually had a booming economy under Keynesian economics. And that was just capitalism, but a little bit softer. Keynesian economics was better than the shit that we have now. But let's continue.
That does not care about black lives and never has and has been in office for decades and hasn't changed anything, and you're blaming Trump? It makes no sense. You hate Trump. Valid reasons for hating Trump. Not a single one, not even one valid reason for why you hate Trump.
I got about 180,000 reasons that I fucking hate Trump. And that's just human costs. But 180,000. Pick one. I mean, besides the fact that he's a fucking failure and the only thing that he won was a presidential campaign, one of the worst ever Democratic candidate that we could have fucking had, that doesn't say shit. And he really didn't win the election. He won the Electoral College, which in and of itself is a fucked up ass racist system that was designed because, you know, hey, we need some kind of way of offsetting the black population. But let's continue.
You just think you're supposed to because you're a puppet. That's what happens when you get big. Look, Cardi, I enjoyed you a lot on Love and Hip Hop. I thought you were hilarious. Second I first saw you on TV, I said to my cousin, she's going to be a star. She has that it factor. She's very funny, you know, she's confident, and she says ridiculous things. I think you belong on TV. I don't believe you belong in the realm of politics unless you're willing to get serious about it. In conclusion,
why I was getting serious is being cruel and unempathetic. Looking at people as fucking numbers. Why is that getting serious? Making those hard decisions about being an asshole. Why is that considered being serious? Somebody help me out with that. Because that's not being serious to me. That's just being selfish. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's let this finish playing out.
tonight I was just signing books, and I'm going to send you one because you need one. You need to learn. You need to black out. You need to Blexit. You need to learn about the real history of...
Remember Blexit and how black people are going to be leaving the Democratic Party en masse? How's that turning out for you? How's that turning out for you, Candace? The last time I checked, like, the guy that you are promoting is just reinforcing, you know, reinforcing the whole idea of he's just for basically straight right rich men. But let's continue.
The Democrat Party. See that subtitle? How Black America can make its second escape from a Democrat plantation. You want to know why it says second, Cardi, and not first? Because we were enslaved by Democrats, not Republicans. Okay? We were enslaved by Democrats, not Republicans. So I'm going to sign you a copy. Get in touch with my agent and get in touch with your agent. I'm going to send it to your house.
Oh, that's the only way that, you know, Candance Owens will be anything associated with the wealth and success of a house that Cardi B can actually build. And again, I'm not even a Cardi B fan for her music. Politics, yeah, I give her that. But let's go.
Okay? How's that for WAP? Okay? Bye.
Add classic style to your bathroom with Magic Woods Vanity.
So, yeah, guys. Oh, God. I think I got a little bit too upset with that video. But what angers me is motherfuckers who know better. Motherfuckers who know better sit back and lie for a fucking paycheck. Like, And you know, Candance Owens knows better. I am somebody who usually says never attribute to malice, can easily be attributed to stupidity, but you know she knows better. And if she doesn't know better, who the fuck is paying for her to be anything that she is? Like, seriously. Like, who the fuck is spending their money to hear her fucking speak about any fucking thing? But, you know what? I can't even say it, man. No, like, who the fuck? Like, where does the fuck does she get off? Like, does she think she's cute? She probably thinking, I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, let's go to the next video.